Welcome back to Whisky Whims with me, Stuart. Today we've got a Tomintoul 21-year-old from Old Malt Cask. This was distilled in 1989 and bottled in 2010. Celebration of the Cairngorms National Park. There are 144 bottles and I believe it was bottled for the Whisky Castle in Tomintoul. So as you can see, the label's seen better days as I've had it for a while. It's actually been passed on to me from Stevie. I think he had about half of the bottle and I've had the rest. So it's actually been open for quite a while. A lot of oxidisation there, but it's not overpowered or dulled down the dram, sorry, should I say. Probably dulled down's a better word. I had to change the cork to a Dalmore cork because the cork was starting to degrade in this bottle. That's how long we've been trying it and having it. So yeah, 50% ABV. This was actually previous to Doulgas Laing and Hunter Laing splitting up. Originally this was owned by Doulgas Laing, it says on Doulgas Laing Co, but when they split up, separated, this then went to Hunter Laing. So the current Old Malt Cask is owned by Hunter Laing, and then your Doulgas Laing is all the, I'll try to see what they've got. All the other stuff. Yeah, like Old Pete or Big Pete, I can't even think of any. Big Pete, Scallywag, all that stuff. Whereas Hunter Laing has Old Malt Cask, I think they have Distiller's Art and Scarabus and things like that. So anyway, we'll get down to this whiskey. I'm not sure how much this cost because, let's say, 2010 is a long time ago, 14 years ago, Jesus. That's when this was bottled. I believe it was about £70 to £90, which is pretty good when you think of whiskies nowadays at 21-year-old. So we'll get down to nose, the palate and the finish, and we'll decide if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. So the nose, there's dew on morning grass, pear drops for sure, kind of fresh barley, maybe some banana loaf as well, white grapes, coriander. I'm not sure if you can see my breath. It's quite cold this morning, and yeah, my breath is in the garage. We're in the garage because it's actually a really nice day, so I put the car outside so that I can film in here without disturbing anyone in the house. I forgot to say, I don't believe it's sherry or anything. I mean, look at the colour of it. I'm pretty sure it's just oak, just bourbon. It does say charged from a refill hogshead, so there's no, I don't think there's any sherry involved there. But I think that's all I'm getting on the nose. It's quite nice. I enjoy the nose. Quite simple, but quite traditional, if you like. We'll go with the palate. On the nose, I said fresh barley. Now with the palate, you're getting milled barley. A real malty goodness there. There's lots of kind of waxy elements. Funnily enough, I don't think it needs any water. I think it's fine the way it is. There's some warm custard. It's a touch earthy. Maybe some like white pepper as well. A little bit of spice there. Yeah, waxy and creamy. Yeah, it's quite an enjoyable dram, quite stripped back. Possibly like a touch of oak as well. A little bit of the wood influence coming through there. The finish is a little short, quite short, unfortunately. A little fleeting. There's more. What did I say in the nose? I think I said pear in the nose, pear drops. There's more like white fleshed fruits in the finish, and also something quite strange that I've never really found with any other whiskey region, or not that I can think of, but an antiseptic kind of feel to it, taste to it. Yeah, it's a bit antiseptic, which is weird. I usually find that with Islay whiskies, but I've yet to have it on another region, or not that I know of, maybe Campbelltown. But yeah, quite an interesting finish, and quite an interesting whiskey all round. Obviously from an era, even though 2010, I did say it was a long time ago, it's not that long ago really, but a different era back then, because the company was owned by a different company, run by different people. But yeah, The label's pretty cool as well. I don't know how well I'll do justice if you can see it on the back, but it's got a picture of both Fred and I can't remember the other guy's name. Is it just Hunter? Or is it Hunter? I can't remember. But it's got a picture of them on the back. I'm trying to see if it says their name. It's quite hard to see. Fred and some squiggle. But yeah, they've signed it. They said thank you for this purchase. We offer this malt, hopeful of your enjoyment, confident with quality, enjoy for, sorry it's really hard to read, enjoy for your utmost leisure, thanks again. So that's quite a nice touch. I think that's pretty cool to have that on the back of the label. I don't think they have that in the new labels, but there you go. So we'll get down into my review, my conclusion. Would I buy it again? Well, I probably can. 144 bottles, it'd probably have to be an auction buy. But if I could buy it again, I don't think I would. It's a great whiskey. It's nice. It's stripped back. It's not overly sherried. It's not the modern finishes with random wine or random rum or something like that. It's just straight Tomintoul and bourbon, which is fantastic. But I just wouldn't buy it again because I've enjoyed it enough. I don't need another bottle. Do I think it's worth it? If £70-90, £72-90, if that was the price, yeah, I think that's worth it. It's worth every drop. A 21-year-old presented at this kind of calibre, yeah, definitely. And would I recommend it? Yeah, if you can find this, somehow get to try it, I would recommend it. Yeah, like I said, I think it's quite traditional. So, it's 283. It's a Whisky Win on this occasion. I hope you've enjoyed the review. I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Whims. I'll see you later.